Damn, boy, he typed. Man, he's a, oh man. Man, he made that pretty, look at there. Dear HGP and Picker Boy, my name is Kyle Wilkerson. I'm 24 and I live in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I've been watching you guys for years. A lot of things have been going on in my life, and watching your videos, I have been the only thing that I can put a smile on my face. A little over a month ago, the love of my life, the woman I was planning on proposing to, cheated on me. The following day, I had to take my 5-year-old son to the doctor because he was being noticed something wasn't right with his legs. He's been falling a lot, and I haven't thought much about it. But after doing a blood test, we came to find out that he has a crippling disease called Duchenne muscular dystrophy. What that means, his legs are starting to give out on him. By the time he is between 10 and 12, he will no longer be able to walk. But the scariest thing about this disease is that his life shortens the disease. Worst case, if he lives into his early 20s, he will only be able to use a motorized wheelchair around the age of 10. And eventually he will need to use an oxygen mask because the disease also starts to affect his lungs. It will be hard to breathe without an oxygen mask. So within the next 2 years, I got to buy a house with no stairs, and a van, and a wheelchair ramp. After all this happens, I have been in a major downward spiral. All I have been able to do is sit in a corner and cry. I'm not ready to watch my son's health deteriorate. I've been so brokenhearted that at one point I tried to commit suicide. At the age of 4, I lived and grew up with my grandparents. My grandpa was my best friend. On December the 7th, 2011, my youngest son, Aiden, was born. However, the following day, my life changed forever. One day after the birth of my youngest son, my grandpa passed away. I went to visit him that morning, but he had slipped into a coma. I had to watch my grandfather pass. And let me tell you, that was the most difficult thing I've ever witnessed because it wasn't peaceful. It wasn't a peaceful passing. It was very unpleasant passing, and he was gasping for air because of his oxygen mask. Was the only thing keeping him alive. I still to this day have nightmares about that day. I'm so lost, AGP, but through all this, the only thing that can put a smile on my face is watching your videos. That and watching wrestling. Wrestling? Come on! Where was I? Watching wrestling are the only things that get me through the day. I'm a major WWE fan. I used to collect the wrestling belts, but I had to sell them to buy food for my kids. Someday I hope to be able to start collecting again. But it's probably going to be a few years just because of my oldest son. Ben's medical bills. I've now started to go back to work driving a semi. I have only gone 5 days a week away from my boys. But sometimes you gotta do what's best for your family. I love you guys, and your videos are uplifting. Thank you for putting a smile on my face. Wow. So y'all get to me. Anyway, thank you for putting a smile on my face because honestly, if it wasn't for your videos, I may not be here. I love you, HGP. Thank you. Kyle Wilkerson. You know, youngins, I read a lot of this, and it bothers me. All I can tell you is hang in there. It does get better. That letter got to me one reason. My mom. I had to sit there and hold her till she died, till she took her last breath. I know how he felt. I saw my sister gasping. It's hard. You know, I'm going to say this, and I don't know if Michael will put it on here or not. I'm getting a little tired of people writing me hollering that when I get upset like this, that it's fake. You cannot read a story like that and not have it touch your heart. If that story didn't touch your heart, you're not human. You're not a living, breathing person. You have no feelings. You care about nobody but yourself. And personally, I'd rather you just get off my channel. I would rather you just, if that letter didn't touch you, I wish you would just unsubscribe. I don't care. But I care about that.